Hello everyone, and welcome to day 11 of the Megasort, which I'm hoping to be the last day of Phase 1. Now, I hope I sound a lot more clear and a lot better than my previous streams, because I have a really cool announcement to share. Actually, two things happened today that were really cool. Then Monday I should be getting some more stuff too, so just wanted to start the stream a little early to let everyone get on in here and just chat with you guys for a second, because I think I might not be as talkative today. We'll see, because I really want to get all this stuff on my table completed today. So hopefully I sound a lot more clear and a lot crisper. It's an interesting song that we're listening to right now. Hey TechBot, welcome to the stream. I hope I posted something on Instagram. Hopefully I posted something on Instagram today letting people know that I'm live. Same on Twitter and on elsewhere. TechBot Gaming is coming back. That's your second channel, right? I'm excited for that. Sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. By the way, I sent you a message on Instagram, I'm pretty sure. Did you ever get that? If not, that's totally fine. I can send it again. Or if you did, that's cool too. Just waiting on more people to show up to the stream. But welcome. Today will hopefully be the last day of Phase 1. I'm hoping to crank out and bust out all of this stuff that's on my table and get it done. So I might not be as talkative today, because I'm going to try and be in super focus mode. We'll have to see though. Okay, that's fine. Just whenever you have an opportunity, let me know. Excuse me. Well, right now I'm just waiting for more people to show up in the stream, because I started the stream a couple minutes early. But we're hopefully going to finish Phase 1 of my Megasort. So all these sets and bags that you see on my table, we'll hopefully get through all of them today. So on Monday, we'll be able to start Phase 2. Because I tried to do a little bit more of Phase 2 yesterday night, but I ran into the problem where I need all of these containers, all of the drawers from all these containers that are kind of off camera. I need them to, I need to pull them all out so I have them laid out on my table so I can easily put put parts into the containers. Yeah, I still haven't gone around to watching that. My bad, dude. I think it's it might possibly be because people are expecting Lego Star Wars from your channel. So, welcome, Brick Pigeon. What is up, my dude? How are you doing today? I've mentioned it a little bit, but today I'm hoping to finish phase 1 of my Megasort. So all this stuff, including the thing that you see me playing with, which is this homing spider droid head, I hope to part out and be able to move on to phase 2. But how are you doing today, Brick Pigeon? Alright, see you when you come back, TechBot. So let's get started since it's a little bit past 3. Like I said, I'm doing good. Today's actually been a really good day. The first announcement I'll share is my new microphone came in, so I'm now using, and you can probably tell, hopefully, I am now using this Blue Yeti snowball, rather. So that is what I'm using as my microphone at the moment, and that's also why, well, and right now I have it in a position that you can't see it on camera, but it also explains why you can see my water bottle in the distance, because I had to find a new spot for my water. And one of my Bricklink orders for my army building project came in today, and hopefully on Monday the rest of them will come in. At least Bricklink has said all of my other Bricklink orders are coming in on Monday. Then I'm probably still going to be waiting on a Clone Army Customs order. Then after that, I'll be able to show you guys some pics and be able to kind of better explain what I'm thinking of doing for my Clone Army, or for the Clone Army, but overall for my army building project. Welcome to the stream, Nolark. Well, glad you can make it. You started Clone? Yeah, I think I saw that episode. It looks really good. I think, if I remember right, I posted a comment on it. If not, the only suggestion I would have is it was a little hard to see what your drawing was because of how small it was, but I really like your idea for it. I feel like that'll be good for your channel. Plus, it'll give you like a lot of content because you can do like the weekly episode or whatever for it. But welcome to the stream again, Nolark. What have you been up to today? Today's been a good day. I just showed off that my Blue Yeti microphone came in today, so I'll be using that from now on. I'm still using my headset as my headphones, and I'm using the extension cord that I have for it because now that won't be an issue. But here is the Bricklink order I got today. It's a very small. It's literally just a clone torso. Came with no arms because I specified the order with no arms, because I need it with no arms to do what I need it to do. I'll put that behind my microphone now. Yeah, no problem. I just thought it was a little interesting when you like had to put the piece of paper way up to the camera. I typically, when I'm drawing out my prototypes or whatever, I draw out really, really big. But that's just me. But I have a few more things I'll talk about, but let me actually get started here so we can make a ton of progress, because I'm hoping to be, like I've been saying, I'm hoping to finish the entire phase 1 part of this project done today. Apologies for some of the creepy-ish music. It was just part of the different playlists that I put into this playlist. Yeah, I have an experience of that. My problem that I have currently, and I knew about this problem before I even got it, but then I kind of forgot about it until recently. So this is going to sound kind of bad, but my gaming PC right now is a laptop, because it's what I've got. So everything I'm doing, this live stream, everything I'm able to do for the internet stuff is on a laptop. And this laptop only has 2 USB ports, which were already currently being used by the webcam that you guys are watching the stream on, and my wired mouse that I bought from SteelSeries. I have a SteelSeries wired mouse. So this Blue Yeti microphone is also also uses a blue USB port. So currently, if I want to use the webcam and the mic, I have to unplug my mouse. If I want to use my mouse, I will most likely unplug my webcam, which is what I'm going to do for tomorrow because I'm a little slow in chat, but this is something I want to share. So yesterday I attempted to do the Republic Commando stream, and that was a huge failure, which I was super sad by afterwards, but the survivalist was super kind and hopped on a few test streams with me, and I should be able to actually stream Republic Commando tomorrow night. It will be at the same time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I'm super excited for that, and I'm going to see if I can use the Blue Yeti microphone as well, so I'll sound pretty cool. Well, hopefully. Welcome to the glorious PC Game Master Race. Yep, all hail the PC Master Race. I'm eventually gonna get there one of these days, just not for a little bit. Yeah, if your friend TechBot is able to purchase a PC, have him just get if he can get a desktop, have him get a desktop rather than a laptop. I have a laptop because of university. Last semester I was out and about a lot. Like, I was gone and out of my dorm for most of the day. This semester, not so much because of the whole pandemic and whatever. But, yeah, I'm still going to be using a laptop. What you talking about? Frame rates and expandable storage, Nolark? What you talking about? TechBot laptop discussing. I know, but it's because I need it for school, or rather, now I need it for university, and so, yeah. Probably in a few years I'll be able to upgrade it to an actual desktop. Depending on how this one situation goes, I might be able to get a laptop or a desktop here soon. It just depends on what this one guy wants to do with these desktops that he's not using. If he's going to give them back to this one company, or if he can work out a deal with that one company and let me and a few other people take them instead. Nice, almost done with week 2. Sliding doors. Sliding doors are really cool. I hear lots of people are having problems currently with their sliding doors because it's a struggle. I know I had a struggle in the past, but that's my struggle was I just didn't have the parts to do it. Now I have the parts to do it, especially now that I'm disassembling a bunch of stuff. So we just finished the homing spider droid head. Now we're working on this custom micro scale Republic dropship that I made a while ago. And it looked okay. I just don't quite remember how to put it back together, so I'd rather just try again than fumble around and basically come up with something new anyway. Xbox controllers are only 20 bucks. I believe the one that I bought to use for PC, so I bought a wired one, it was around like 30. And it's not even like, it's not really an official Xbox controller either. It's like one of those other companies that makes them. So it's not like a real Xbox controller, but kinda. Oh, I'm missing on chat. Here we go. I am not in my dorm yet, but I will be starting around the 19th, which is why, for those of you who have said you want to be on the podcast episodes, I've tried to set those up either like weeks before or like a week before that day, or like weeks afterwards. because of the whole pandemic situation too, there's a lot I have to do before I can even get into my dorm room, like of the day that I move in. So I tried to make sure that around that time I don't have that much going on as far as YouTube's concerned, so I can focus on actually getting moved in. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I would recommend getting a longer cord. I know that's slightly more expensive, but at least for me, I always run into the situation that every cord I buy is like just not long enough. So now I just buy the longest ones that I can find. Same. That's why I bought an Xbox, my wired Xbox controller, no light. At the moment, though, I barely ever use it because the rest of my family uses it more than I do, and I don't think they're willing to give it back to me. So those games that required a require a controller on PC, I just haven't been able to play. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, Brick Pigeon. The problem with the podcast episodes is I can't just do those whenever, because those are the point of those is to like have other Lego Star Wars creators like share like who they are and stuff like that, and like bring more attention to their channels through the podcast. So those I can't just backlog, but I've been trying to backlog other ones. Like I've got a few videos backlogged for my tips and tricks series for Terraria. The Let's Play Together series I can't backlog because I'm always I'm working with the survivalist who's the mod in chat, and so we have to work together on times and stuff like that. So that one's it's also kind of hard to backlog. Also because I'm trying to put in a lot of work and time into that series, so that's the more effort and time I put into that series, the harder it is to backlog it. But I'm trying to. That's why you might start seeing my videos. They might start coming out more. They might start coming out more frequently, but the videos themselves might be shorter. Like overall, the time on them is shorter, because the shorter they are, the easier it is for me to. I don't want to say mass produce, but easier for me to produce them and also get them like all edited and stuff and then out there. Alright, see you when you come back, Nolark. And have a great rest of your day then, TechBot. Have fun with your family. I guess I should probably mention, so this is another one of my custom mocks. This was the ATMP. It is the all-terrain missile platform used by the Empire. So it's like one of the few droids that they still use. Here's like what the torso and the one of the arms looks. So it has on each arm has a rack of 6 missiles. So in total, this can fire 12 missiles at a time. I'm breaking it down because I forgot how to put it back together. So everything on this was correct except for the body. I just couldn't get the body to look like these pictures I took before. That I took before I had previously disassembled this mock. So welcome, Mike and Nike. Welcome to the stream. Some good news is today I finally got my Blue Yeti microphone, which is the microphone that you're listening to my beautiful voice on, if you can consider my voice beautiful. And I got one of my Bricklink orders for my army building project. That one came in today. It's literally just a clone torso without any arms, because I don't want the clone to have white arms. I want it to have different arms. So, yep. Oh, alright. Thanks for popping in for a sec to leave a like. Always appreciated. I'll see you around. If you're still here, just wanted to let you know that this is hopefully going to be the last stream of phase 1 of my project. Then, hopefully streams after today will be all focused on phase 2 stuff. Anyone in chat got questions for me? I might have some questions for you guys if you want, but anyone have questions for me? But I'm now looking forward to Monday, especially if also my Clone Army custom order comes in that day too. If that happens as well, along with my Bricklink orders, then I'll be able to show off my prototyping for my army building project sooner than later, which would be awesome. I'm a little sad to see this one go. I was super proud of it, and I am still super proud of this. I don't know if anyone in chat's gonna know what that is, survivalist, because I barely know what that is. Exclamation mark joke, which is actually a life hack most of the time. Because I still haven't fixed that yet. What? Now, survivalist, is that an actual life hack, or is just Nightbot being broken? Alright, is Nightbot broken right now? I think what I'm going to do, since there's not too many people in chat, and just I don't have too much to talk about today. You talking about all my YouTube subscriptions? Yeah. There's quite a bit in there, and that keeps growing every day. Same with everyone I follow on Instagram. That list grows daily. Welcome back, Nolark. You just missed Mike and Nike. And also TechBot left as well because he had family show up. I just finished disassembling my AT-MP from the mobile game Star Wars Commander. Ah, what a shame. Yep. I think what I'm going to do, because I don't have too much really to talk about besides just announcing that my microphone and one of my Bricklink orders came in there, is I guess I'll just start sharing some lore about all these vehicles that are left. Because all that we've got left now... Yeah, same. That's one nice thing I like about being part of the LEGO Star Wars community, is we all seem to, like, help each other out by, like, going to each other's streams and stuff, and then hopefully helping new people join the, like, get into the community and, like, helping them out and stuff too. Like, SW Bricks and Minifigs, his channel's been blowing up. I saw that GM Productions channel, or that channel, has blown up as well. And it's really awesome to see that all these other people that I like their content and stuff is being recognized more and more. See you when you come back, Brick Pigeon. We'll have some more set parting progress completed, hopefully by the time you come back, so yeah. So this bag is bag 2 out of 1 for my second 2013 Republic gunship. This just had everything I couldn't fit in this big bag. We're starting to get to the point where I don't even have to say pardon the loud noise because there's not that much left, which is kind of sad and disappointing. Oh, this is actually all of the domes for both of the 2013 sets I've got. Yes, 2 out of 1 is exactly what I said. It's what I meant as well. Because, like, Oh, I put a dome in here that I shouldn't have put in, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there it is. I said 2 out of 1 because technically this bag that you guys can kind of see is bag 1 out of 2. So I probably should have said 2 out of 2, but I didn't. Because I don't know how to speak English. Because English is hard. Yeah, just to restate it, so I should be able to do the Republic Commando stream I was planning on doing yesterday, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So, if you guys like Republic Commando, come hang out with me on that. I've also decided that we're going to try to beat all of Geonosis in one stream. So, by that logic, that means we'll be able to finish that game within 3 streams. Is the hope. The hardest thing about that game for me are the Geonosians themselves. I can usually fight and destroy everything else with relative ease. It's the Geonosian Brute. Whichever one has the basically the beam laser that converts the user's blood into a beam projectile. I hate that enemy so much. It's so hard for me to knock them down or eliminate them. The rest I can usually do with some ease. Super battle droids and droidicas and advanced battle droids give me some trouble, but not too much. It's that one Geonosian enemy that gives me so much trouble. And then the next one I have the most trouble with is the Trandoshan Brute, the one with the minigun. That one I hate second. It's the one I hate the most after Geonosian Brute. The Geo Elites? Oh. Yeah, sometimes I forget how to do the squad mechanics. Also, sometimes the rest of Delta Squad doesn't help me at all. There's quite a few missions in the past that I basically had to carry had to carry the entire team because they all got knocked down and I'd have to eliminate the entire room before I could help them get back up, because if I didn't, I would get knocked out and then I'd have to restart the mission. So yes, I'm a bit rusty. I've apparently forgotten all of the different commands that I can do when I was doing the test stream yesterday to make with the survivalists to make sure that tomorrow would be good to go. So I need to refresh myself on all of the controls. Yeah, that's probably what we get for playing a game that's from 2005. The AI is not that great. I'm pretty sure there's mods out there to like fix it, but I think we're gonna try doing just a normal, like, just what the default game gives you, and then maybe we'll try to play some mods. I checked the other day on Mod DP to see how mods are coming along with for Republic Commando, and it looks like a lot of the mods are gone. Like, a lot of the mods I used to see on that for Republic Commando are just kind of gone or have been abandoned, and a bunch of other stuff. So it might be super hard to find mods for that game. Yeah, Halo 2 is also from 2004. Halo 3 is from 2007, so it's not, at least I remember it was in 2007, so it also doesn't have the greatest AI sometimes. Still my favorite of the original Bungie trilogy. It's Halo 3. That was the one I first, out of all the Halo games, that was the first one I played. So that probably makes me a little biased towards it, but it's my favorite. That one and Halo 2 I've been able to complete. Halo 1 I got stuck in one of the one of the structures where all the flood infection forms are just like attacking you from all angles and stuff. I got stuck. So I've never actually beat all of Halo Combat Evolved yet. Don't get me wrong, I love CE as well, but my personal favorite is Halo 3. Alright, so this is the ATRT from the 20th anniversary set, if I could talk. It's alright. It suffers from the same problem all the official LEGO ATRTs suffer, and it's just way too big. This is a perfect size for like an action figure, but definitely not for a LEGO figure. It's way too big. But I like it. It's definitely better than the original ATRT based off of episode 3. It's got a lot more detail, I believe, and overall just looks a lot more smooth. I like Reach too. I'd say Reach is one of my favorites as well. ODST is also really fun. It's got a way different vibe, especially since you're an ODST and not a Spartan, so you can die a lot easier. The only problem I have with Reach is the open aspect of it when you're playing as the rookie and you gotta go around in the nighttime in the city. I sometimes get lost and can't find my way to the certain checkpoints and certain level whatevers. Welcome, Commander Delta. Hope you're having a great day today. If you guys haven't, please share the stream around with other people that you know who'd be interested. Get more people into the stream. We are hopefully going to finish phase 1 of my Megasort today, Commander Delta. Don't know why I put a pause there. Right now we're working on the 20th anniversary ATRT. And then after that, I believe I'm going to grab the ATST that's next to me, and we'll work on that. No, I am talking about ODST. When you're playing as the rookie ODST, there's certain parts in New Mombasa that I get just lost in. And I'll wander around for almost hours trying to figure out where the next part of the game I'm supposed to go to. Because I know you can go out of order a bit, but sometimes I can't find like the sniper rifle and the freaking in the lamppost. That one gives me a lot of trouble if I remember right. Reach, I don't know. I've never had a problem with Reach, other than I do agree it was probably a bad idea for Bungie to introduce Sprint into that one. The rest of the armor abilities I'm okay with, except for Sprint and Armor Lock. Armor Lock gets abused. I can see why people abuse that one so much. You can get away with not dying in lots of different situations because of it. It's because he's your character. People want to know about your character, even though Bungie designed that character to be whatever you want Noble 6 to be. I do get sad every time I do replay Reach, and first you see George go, then you see Kat go, then you see Carter go, then you see Emily go, and then it's just you. Because June gets the easy mission, basically, of just watching out for Dr. Halsey, so he gets to survive. But I always get a little sad when the game starts switching to the point where it's like, okay, here's the part of the game where everyone starts dying, especially starting with George. Even though of all of Noble 6, of all of Noble team, besides your playable character, I like George the most. Okay, whatever. I get his name wrong every time. Because it's literally spelled like Emily. But yes, I know it's not said that way. But yeah, I agree. Survivalist. New Mombasa streets can be kind of hard for me. Are you talking about Noble 6, or are you talking about Emil Survivalist when you say you don't understand how people think you live? Like, I guess you can I can see why some people think Noble 6 live, because you don't see him get stabbed by the energy sword by that elite, but I'm pretty sure he died. I don't know, Emil could have survived. also very unlikely though, because you actually see him get stabbed by the energy sword, so I doubt it, but... What? It's an energy sword, not an energy dagger? What are you talking about? That's true too. Also, I remember hearing a lot of people were kind of upset by Halo Reach, the game, because it messed with some things that were written in the book about the Fall of Reach. But then Bungie was like, yeah, we our canon is more solely based on the games. If we feel like we need to change something that's in a book, we're gonna do it, because the games are more canon than the books. Which I agree, because the very first Halo thing we got was a game, so... Yeah, that's what I remember. I never read the original book, so I didn't know what people were talking about, but... I could see why I can see why people would be upset that if it messed with the books, because a lot of people do love books, like the books rather than like movies or the games. But with Halo, the game came first, so it's like the games are more important to the overall story and explanation, I guess. Oh, okay. I guess I'm just misremembering Emil's death scene. Or are you guys talking about Noble 6? Because I'm pretty sure Noble 6 gets stabbed with an energy sword. Okay, I agree with that. No, like getting simple stuff like getting a date right should be like no problem. So, if it's stuff like that, that does irritate me. But if like, if say for like Bungie they wanted to change something that happened in the book because they want to do something different in the game, I'm totally fine with that. But at least get the dates right. That, yeah, that's, I feel like that's inexcusable, even for Bungie. So, oh, okay. I must just be misremembering those two death scenes. I do think, I don't know, I think Carter's death was pretty unnecessary. Like, I feel like he could have kept using that Pelican, or like Noble 6 and Emil could have taken out the Scarab without Carter crashing the Pelican into the Scarab, but can't change it now because it happened. Stabbed in quotes because we don't see it. Yeah, basically. That's why I feel like a lot of people still think Noble 6 is alive. Okay. Good to know. Good to remember it as well. I think we scared Commander Delta away with all the Halo talk. I haven't seen him say anything in a little bit. Oh noes. Probably doesn't help there was a bunch of like somber music and stuff that came on when we were talking about it, but who knows. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know 343 had remakes of the books done. I don't pay too much attention to the books. That's like books and stuff. I pay more attention to the games. So I'm super pumped for Halo Infinite to come out. That game looked really good, even if the gameplay trailer was on a build that was months old. Still, in my opinion, it still looked really good. Because honestly, it wasn't until I watched, I think, Hidden Xperia's like review of the trailer, basically. That's when I actually noticed like the suddenly appearing clouds and stuff like that. However, I did immediately notice that banished phantom looked a little weird with its pathfinding, because it was a little it was it looked like with its pathfinding it was kind of struggling to figure out where to go. It looked very not fluid in its flight. It looked like it was struggling quite a bit. But I'm still excited for that game. It looks really good. I am a little disappointed to see that there's sprint. I'm also a little disappointed if this is true that the original Halo shotgun and pistol are gone, because those are pretty iconic, but I'm okay with that. The oh, I forget the name of it. Is it the Ravager? Is that one of those that banished weapon? That looks really cool. I'm excited to use that in the game. It's also kind of cool to see that the brutes will just like throw the suicide grunts at you now and stuff like that. Like, I'm excited for it. I'm also excited to learn more about Zeta Halo. Zeta Halo, I'm pretty sure it's what it's called. I'm also excited to learn more about that Pelican Pilot's like story and stuff, because I agree with Hidden Experience. There's a really good like dynamic between Chief and that pilot, because the pilot is super emotional and stuff, whereas Chief is Chief, so he's like, let's get stuff done kind of guy. Alright, so we finished the ATRT, so just some lore and some explanation for this. So this is my version of the ATST Mark III, because apparently Star Wars never shows you what a Mark II is in like anything. So you got the normal ATST that has the chin guns and then some cheek-mounted weapons. The ATST Mark III has, from the different pictures I saw, has these cheek-mounted machine guns. I'm not sure if they spin, but I made it so they spin because I thought that would make it look cooler. The only problem with this overall is this is in the wrong colors. From the reference pictures I was able to find, the Mark III is in darker colors, so most of this light gray is supposed to be dark gray. All the dark gray is supposed to be in black and so forth. But at the time when I was doing this, I did not have all those parts, at least I was pretty sure, so I just modified the 2016 ATST and made it like this. I also tried to make some more posability in the legs, which kind of worked, but after I showcased this in that one of the first mocks when I came back to YouTube, it now struggles to stand up on its own, even though in that mock it did really well. So I'm okay disassembling this because I need to rework the legs anyway, and like I said, it needs to be in the right colors this next time that I try and rebuild it. I'm also gonna try and just make up my own Mark II, like what the Mark II look like. I'm gonna make it when I get to that point, after I do all the other requests for vehicles and droids I've been asked to do, is I'll make it look way different than an ATST. And so then the thought would be like, okay, so the Empire saw the ATST and they're like, okay, let's make like a quick heavy striker version of this Scout Walker. And then they tried to make one. They make something that looks like an abomination, basically. And they're like, let's make the Mark III have all the weaponry and technology that the Mark II has, but make it look like an ATST this time. I feel like I missed a lot. Oh, okay, there he is. Yeah, like I said, I didn't notice the whole, like, all the clouds popping into existence until I re-saw it when Hidden Xperia like pointed it out. Like I said, the only thing I noticed was that the banished Phantom was having some struggles with flying around. But besides that, I'm definitely looking forward to the game. First of all, welcome to the stream, Void King. And yes, I am a mock builder, but I'm gonna be moving to university here soon, so I won't be building any mocks anytime soon. But I will continue to I'm going to be working on army building, my clone army, my droid army, and my Imperial and First Order armies. During that time, and I'm also going to start doing a Lego Star Wars podcast where I interview different creators in the community and make it, and hopefully give them an ability to spread their channel and help them reach out to new viewers, and also the same for my own channel too. Because yeah, with me moving to university, I won't have access to most of my collection, most of my parts collection. I'm gonna bring some things up with me as well to do some stop motions with, but majority of my Lego Star Wars content is going to be those stop motions and the podcast. The other things on my channel will probably be gaming videos, because I also do gaming videos as well. Right now, mainly on Terraria. But welcome to the stream. Right now, we're working on phase 1 of my Mega Sort that I'm hoping to get done before I move, which is where I'm taking all of these sets that I have that were either in bags or kind of on display, and parting them out and adding them to my parts collection so I can use all of these parts for future custom vehicles and battle droids, either of my own design or by like Brickvault and other people who make minifigure scale vehicles and battle droids. No, I am American. I like saying university rather than college these days. It possibly is because I listen to a lot of the different YouTubers I follow. They're all foreign, and a lot of them happen to be from England, and they all say university rather than college. But I like saying university rather than college, because at the university I'm going to, there's like the main university, but everything is split into different colleges. So you have the College of Engineering, College of Fine Arts, etc. So I can't just say college, at least in my mind, because I don't really want to say which college I'm going to. So I just say university. He just came along for the ride and became an important character. Basically, from what I understand about Halo lore, that's what is the deal with 343. Now, has it actually been confirmed that 343 Guilty Spark survived being blown up by Chief? And if that's the case, is he actually going to be a good guy again instead of going crazy and killing Johnson? That was so sad. I'm still sad that Johnson's actually dead, as far as Halo is concerned. Oh, you say schedule with the CH instead of the K? Yeah, no, I say schedule with the K. I know a lot of the British YouTubers I follow, they say schedule. At least one of them does, but I can't, that's not how I pronounce it, so. But yeah, I'm an American. I live in the west of the United States. But yeah. Okay, so he has survived. Is he a good guy, though? Is he gonna be a good guy, or is he gonna be, like, blasting people again with his I-beam? I don't know what the song is, but it sounds tribal? I kind of like it. Oh, you haven't finished the book yet. That would explain it. Well, when you finish the book, let me know if he's actually going to be a good guy or not. I kind of hope he is, because, well, he's not either, technically. He's just a robot. Well, now he's just a robot. So he could be whatever side he wants to be on. Is there going to be a, he's about 50-50. Yeah, so basically, like, he's an anti-hero. Anti-heroes are, like, if they lean one way too much, they become a villain. If they lean the other way too much, they become a hero. But they're just, like, right in the middle. So they can do bad stuff and good stuff. It's just whatever they kind of feel. And he's not just a robot. Yes, I just didn't know what else to say. I didn't know what else to call him. He's not just a robot, but he's a robot. But yeah, yes, technically he wasn't a bad guy when he did that, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like the game implies that he turns into a bad guy. Just to boil it down a little bit. I'm struggling a little bit to disassemble these legs, but it's not going to stop me. We're going to finish phase 1 today. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Just kidding. I guess I'll just take this as an opportunity. If you haven't already, like the stream, I guess. And if you know of people who would be willing to come watch and come hang out with us, let them know. Let's get this chat hype. Let's get chat hype and get a lot of people going on in here, because we're almost done with phase 1, and that's a super great accomplishment. I can't believe we're actually gonna get it done, especially before I move the university. That makes sense though, right? Because like his friend, his monitor friend also just like one day just stopped responding and stuff. So kind of that would make sense. I can't get these two parts separated. There we go. I felt like I was gonna break them, but got it. I feel like when I was playing CE a couple of years ago, I missed a lot of those terminals. I got too immersed, I guess, in what was actually happening, so I missed out on quite a few of those terminals. One thing I also hope to do in the future when I make my own ATSDs and stuff is actually make it so I believe 3 people are supposed to fit. There's supposed to be 2 seats for like a driver and a gunner, and then there's space for someone to stand up behind them. If I can get enough space built in the head for that to happen, I'd be super happy. Because as far as I know, like all official Lego ATSDs fit 1 person. They've never tried to fit more than 1. Weren't they already a different species in Bungie, like, Bungie lore, though? That's the kind of vibe I got as well. It seemed like the Covenant remnants didn't quite know what to do with him, but they're like, okay. Or are you saying 343 didn't quite know what to do with the Didact Survivalist? I feel like, I don't know. I think the Halo game should be grounded that the enemies you fight should be aliens. I was alright. I've mentioned that, I think, in Wednesday stream. Because I think we ended up talking about Halo stuff in Wednesday stream too. I was alright with the Promethean enemies. Like, I thought they were pretty cool and they were interesting to fight most of the time. The dog-like ones were kind of annoying. But I thought, like, the Knight, well, yeah, the Knight. I thought the Knight was actually kind of interesting. Also, I think the little, like, drone one, I think the drone enemy and the dog enemy were kind of annoying, but the Knight was actually, I thought that was kind of cool to fight. And then in Halo 5, when you fight the soldiers, I thought they were alright as well. Yeah, crawlers are easy to kill. Thank you for reminding me of the name. I just thought they were kind of annoying because sometimes they can get some pop shots on you. Some easy pop shots. If you're not being too careful. And sometimes I'm not too careful because I'm like, I'm Master Chief, dang it. I can survive through anything. And then all the crawlers get some pop shots on me and then I'm dead. But yes, the Watchers, those are the drone-like ones, right? I don't like those at all. They're super tiny and they're kind of hard to hit, so... Oh, they were supposed to be the same species in Bungie lore? Okay. Did not know that. I thought it was always assumed that they were a different species completely. Maybe I wasn't paying too much attention then in Halo 3, I guess. I do find it interesting though, like, so the whole Covenant is based upon a lie because the prophets lied to the elites. I guess at first it wasn't a lot, like the whole Covenant itself wasn't a lie, but the whole like war against humanity was based on a lie because the prophets knew that if the truth was out, their whole religion would fall apart and stuff, and we obviously see it happens with the great schism between the elites leaving the Covenant, and also other aliens left, but you don't get to see that because Bungie thought that'd be too confusing in game to see like elites and hunters on the human side and then fighting hunters on the Covenant side. So okay, it's been a while since I've actually played Halo 3, so I don't quite remember all the dialogue and stuff, so that's good to know. Good refresher. Only got the head left. Could use it as a display. I don't know, but all right, time to dismantle it. Yeah, and like only in ODST do you actually see the engineers because typically they're not combatants. They're behind the scenes. Yeah, and then there's all those other ones that we don't ever see, but you like know their names and stuff. How do you feel about, I believe they're called the meddlers? Like the secret alien species that's caused a bunch of stuff to happen. How do you feel about them, chat? I think it's kind of interesting. Engineers are in Reach? I don't remember them being in Reach. When do you see them in Reach? Survivalists? I don't remember that at all. I only remember seeing them in ODST. Okay. I made a mistake, but I just fixed it. Plus, you probably... Yep, you get to see a sneak peek in my face. So... Yeah, I don't remember seeing them in Reach at all, though. Man, I guess I need to replay those games. Probably won't have time for a while to do that, though, but... Thanks. Yeah, basically since the whole lockdown and pandemic thing has happened, I just let my facial hair grow out. So now I have my beardy back. I don't have a mustache, though. I'm not a big fan of mustaches. At least on me. I think if someone can rock a mustache and pull it off, I think they should have one. But me personally, when I look at myself in the mirror when I had my mustache, I was like, that looks weird. But I like my beard, so. Yeah, I don't remember seeing them at all. So I will definitely need to replay those games at some point. Dude, dang. All this knowledge is being dumped on me. I don't remember. None of you guys have answered my question though. How do you feel about the meddlers? I think that's what they're called at least. They're like the species, or they're the aliens. They're the group that's being hypothesized as causing a bunch of stuff in the background. I don't know too much about them because I've only heard their names like a couple of times, and it was on a couple of lore videos I watched in the past, and it's been a little bit since I've watched those lore videos. One thing, going back to Lego Star Wars, since this is a Lego Star Wars stream, I'm actually really happy. The design of this 2016 ATST is amazing. Of all of the ATSTs, I think it's the best. I think the only one that's a little bit better is maybe the UCS ATST. But that one, there's so many studs shown. It's hard to appreciate its beauty, I think. Also because I don't own it, so I can't appreciate its beauty. But of all the playset versions of the ATST, this one's definitely the best, in my opinion. Definitely the best one. You think so, Nolark? You think they're species we already know? Which species do you think they are, then? Survivors. I think they're good. I think they're cool. I think they're cool, too. I have a feeling, just as a food for thought, I think there might be some other Lego Star Wars creators streaming at the same time, or there's some other like big, like some cool gamer streamer happening at the same time. I think that's why there's not a lot of people here. That's fine. My channel is not that big, even though somehow I've been able to associate with a lot of bigger channels like Coconut, GM Productions now, because his channel's been growing, getting big, SW, and a few others. I associate with them and people know me in the community, I feel, but I'm not at that stage where people like choose to come watch my stuff over other people yet. It'll be really cool to get to that day. But I'm not that disappointed. I'm glad all you guys are here, so thank you for coming and support me. I guess honestly I could see it being the Prophets, just because that's kind of like their personality right now, is like manipulating people. I'm also calling them by the human given names because I have a hard time saying the actual Covenant names, except for the Shankili. That one I can say. The other ones I struggle with a lot. The Lagolo is like the only other one that I can really say without sounding like I'm butchering some names. I can't dump all the lore on you, so my answer will be basic. Thanks, Survivalist. Thank you for sparing me from a lore dump, I guess. Yeah, probably. That would make sense. Okay, I forgot about the Ungoi. Most of the time I just forget what their actual alien names are. Once I actually remember what they are, I can usually say them. There are some, though, I struggle with a lot, but I can't remember what those are. I agree, Survivalist. I prefer the human names because, yeah, they get to the point. Like, the elites are, like, the specialists. They're the best. The brutes are brutish in nature. The grunts are literally cannon fodder. The jackals, I don't know. The jackal name doesn't quite make too much sense for me, but I guess they're kind of jackalish in nature. I prefer, here's one opinion, I prefer the Bungie version of the jackal in art style than the 343 one. I'm glad it's kind of gone back to how Bungie had them, because the more like reptilian looking jackals in Halo 4 and 5 just look super ugly. Even though they kind of are supposed to look ugly to begin with, I prefer the more bird-like ones. You're too far into the books. Yeah, I would say, so the I guess if you go on the Wikipedias, they're called fandoms, but like the different universes I'm the most into is Star Wars, obviously. And then after that, it's like Halo and a bunch of other ones. So I can remember a lot about Star Wars, but the other ones kind of suffer from that. So I forget things here and there. Also depends on what my mood is, because sometimes I will focus a lot, like say on Halo for a while, and not focus too much on updating myself on Star Wars content and stuff, but I always go back to Star Wars when that's all over. Especially now that I got tons of projects related to Star Wars I'm working on right now, so I kind of have to. Cause I'd make them too hard to kill. No, Lark, if they had helmets on too, they'd be kind of, I wouldn't say OP, but it'd definitely make them a little harder to fight. Since they already have their shield. Even though they got that one hole in their shield that's super exploitable, but if you don't get in, if you can't make your shots go through that exploitable hole, it's a little hard to actually take them out. So if I can't shoot through that exploitable hole in their shield, I usually just like, oh, how do I typically? I kind of just like run up to them, bust their shield with my melee attack, and then I just pop them in the head. Yeah. If I can't get through their shield. I'm gonna start working on the torso. I like how the ATSTs, this is basically their torso though. It's just wherever all the head and the legs connect, and that's it. Nothing else that's too important about this part. Yeah, also like a sniper doesn't really need a helmet because they should be sniping, so they shouldn't be that close so they need a helmet, I guess. But yeah, I guess speaking of art design, I do prefer all of the Bungie art designs over the 343 designs for the Covenant enemies. I think the Prometheans look alright because that's 343's unique group of enemies, so they look okay. I think the hybrid kind of art style for like Halo Wars 2 and Halo Infinite also looks really good. I like that kind of like a hybrid between 343's and Bungie's, so it looks okay. Honestly, I didn't know. I didn't know Jackals and CE had helmets. I've always known them just without. Sentinels. Can you remind me what the Sentinels are? Are those what I'm thinking are the Knights, or am I thinking of something else, Survivalist? Are Sentinels Prometheans, or are you talking about a different group? Or a different enemy group, or whatever. I don't know why we're listening to someone play a song on a kazoo or a band, yeah, on a kazoo, or on a harmonica. That's the thing I'm looking for. I kind of like it though. Are you talking about the Sentinels for the Halo rings? Is that what you're talking about? If that's the case, then yeah, I like them. I think they looked alright in every version of the Halo game they've come in. Oh, almost lost a gear there. I probably should have got a different container for special. Apparently I didn't think. My thought was before I started stream is it'd be fine, like there wouldn't be too much going in there, but pretty much everything is going in there. Good thing there's only 3 things left. But I might have to take a second here and grab a different container. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. As soon as we're done with the ATST, I'm gonna grab a new container for special. I believe I remember what they look like, Survivalists. I think they look alright, yeah. I agree with your judgment that they looked okay. Anyone have questions not Halo related? Might want to get back to talking about Star Wars stuff. This song kind of reminds me of Team Fortress 2, the little like whistle thing in the background. Don't know why. This is a Halo stream now, accept it. I don't want it scaring off all the people who came for Star Wars content though, Nolark. I don't want it scaring people away. I don't know. I think that's kind of, I'm not gonna say a pet peeve. It's something it's a little weird for me to see. Like in gaming streams, when someone in the chat has to go, they typically say they're gonna go, like I gotta go and stuff. I see it's very common in the Lego Star Wars stream community. About like a third does it, like they'll say that they gotta go and let the streamer know. But like the rest of the community, like 2/3 of it, just go without saying that they're gonna go. So at least for me personally and other streamers I've seen, it's a little hard to tell who's still in chat and whatever. But like I get it. Like sometimes you just don't remember to do it, but I've seen it be more of a, I guess, common practice in the Lego Star Wars community than in gaming communities where people just hop out and that's it. They won't say that they're gonna hop out. They just will. Maybe I should actually add some jokes to Nightbot instead of these life hacks. Especially because we've already seen that life hack from Nightbot. It's probably time to add some new ones. Oh, by the way, so I also added a lot of things. So if someone actually subscribed to the Clone Plays channel while we were streaming, there should be a little animation that pops up and their name will come on the stream, so it's a little incentive to subscribe. Also, the same thing, I've done the same thing for the Republic Commando stream tomorrow, so if anyone subscribes to the channel while we're streaming, they'll have their name pop up on stream and I'll have a really cool animation that plays. And at least it should. And then I've also set it up to where chat should pop up, should be being shown on the screen in the top left corner. That way it's not too distracting. I made it so the animation that plays when someone subs, when we're doing Republic Commando, comes up on the top right of the screen. That way, hopefully it's not too intrusive and you guys can still see the game while people are subscribing and stuff. There would be more animations and stuff like that, but in order to get those to work, I have to be able to be monetized and accept like super chats and stuff like that. So that's not gonna happen for a while, because you gotta get up to the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours. But welcome to the stream, Eric. What is up? Hey, at least you caught the stream now. We're almost done with phase 1 of my Megazord. There's literally 3 sets left. A Republic gunship, a ATST, and an AT-AP. And then we are done with phase 1 and can move on to phase 2. Phase 2 will be quite interesting. The look on stream will look a lot different. And we should be able to get to phase 2 on Monday's stream, which I'm super excited. Also to let you know, what's Halo? Also let you know, Eric, because you've missed a lot of these different announcements. So one of my Bricklink orders for my army building project came in today for my prototyping of what I want my figures to look like, to show you guys so you can understand where I'm going with it. My Blue Yeti Snowball microphone came in today, so that's what you're listening to me on. And all of my other Bricklink orders and hopefully my Clone Army Customs order will come in on Monday. So I'm super excited for Monday now. But what have you been up to today, Eric? Any progress on any projects you've been working on? Right now I should also mention this, right now we're disassembling an ATST from 2016. And I guess to just plug, if you enjoyed what you see, share the Clone Plays channel around with your friends and family and other people you like. And people you don't like, to share it with everyone. Yeah, I like this. I like this song, Survivalist. It's nice and peaceful. I should probably have more songs like this on my playlist rather than excuse me, those kind of spooky or creepy songs. But yeah. Is that supposed to be a joke, Nolurk, or have you not actually heard of Polybridge? Polybridge is awesome if you are into kind of engineering stuff. You can build bridges to help vehicles get across and do some cool wacky things in that that game's engine. There's also a second Polybridge out now as well. You know, you haven't heard. It's a really fun game. I recommend it. It's really fun. It reminds me a lot of my different engineering classes I had in high school, because you do like build a bridge and test its stability and structural integrity and stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna take a drink here and then we'll move on to the next set. Also, give me 1 second. I'm going to do what I said and grab a new container for the special parts. The struggle. This is quite heavy, actually. There's a decent amount of parts, and I lost one. Gonna have to pick up a part from off my floor. There it is. There we go. Alright, let's move on to the next one. I think we're going to do the ATMP. That's the next smallest. So this one, I believe, is the... I can't remember when I got it. This is either the 2014 or the 2019 one. And I heavily modified it so you can see, you can kind of see. Let me move it closer to the webcam. I modified where the main mass driver cannon sits, so it's more accurate, where it's more in the middle. I also changed the length of the anti-personnel one, so it's a little shorter like it's supposed to be. I also made this front panel wider, so you could add more detail. Oh, you guys can't even see any of that. My bad. Hopefully you guys can see it now. So the mass driver cannon's more in the middle. This front panel is wider, and there's a little bit more detail there. And I think I changed something about this. I think I took out the spring-loaded shooter part and changed it up a little bit. Did I do anything to the inside? Nope, that's it. That's pretty much it. The only other thing that's different about this is there's no stickers for where stickers would probably be. So I didn't bother putting them on. Okay. Yeah, I just couldn't remember. I'm pretty sure I have all three variants. I know for a fact I own the 2009 one, because I have the shock troopers from that set with the fully white legs. That one's so weird looking compared to the new sets, and also like what the vehicle looks like. That 2009 ATMP just looks squished. It's a little funny to look at. And then I'm pretty sure I own the 2014 one, because that one came with Commander Gree and Tarful. And then yeah, I got this one. I believe this one I got secondhand though, so I didn't get the minifigures for it from it. The frog mobile, the mobile frog, basically, I guess. Was it Coconut on his stream talking about how he doesn't like this one because it has the third leg? But he understands why. I kind of disagree. I really like this vehicle, even with the third leg, because the third leg makes sense. Because this is the main gun on this is supposed to be a mass driver cannon, which is the same big gun on the ATTEs. So it makes sense for a vehicle that kind of looks the way it does to need a third leg for stability. But I like it. No chug. Your Orine parts for Hoth? Nice. I thought you said you were going to hold off on that because you didn't want to spend money right now, but congrats, man. It makes a lot of sense. I can see why Coconut's not the biggest fan of it. This vehicle is kind of weird to begin with, but so are a lot of the other all-terrain variants besides the ATTE. The rest of them all kind of look weird. Do you have the rest of the clone, Eric? The only right now, because I think a few other people have asked me, the only exception I've made is you have to have the rest of the trooper, but not the helmet. I think that was the situation with one guy who commented on that video. So if you have the rest of the trooper and not the helmet, that's fine, but I would prefer if it's the full clone trooper. I'm a little disappointed. I thought the clone sergeant was more of a common figure in everyone's collection, but okay, if you have the helmet, a head, and the chest plate, the torso part, that's fine, Eric. You're good to go. That's enough to for me to qualify as like almost a full figure. But yeah, I'm a little sad. I thought that figure was more common. Just put him in a wheelchair. I thought it was more common because at least from my experience, I guess I had a decent amount of money during that time, and I ended up with like 13. I ended up with like 13 of that battle pack. So like I have enough clone troopers from that battle pack alone to make an entire platoon out of those sergeants, because I also have a clone lieutenant. And I have enough of the plain white clone troopers to make an entire platoon, which is 41 clone troopers. With, that is not Kappa. Because according to Star Wars, at least in the new Star Wars canon, a platoon is for clone troopers is 41, with 4 squads, 9 plain clone troopers and their sergeant, and then there's the lieutenant making the 41st. So yeah. Stormtroopers, I'm quite a bit a ways from having a full platoon, because for Stormtroopers it's 50, and then there's no sergeants or anything like that, if I remember right. Actually there is, but they're like signified differently because they got the pauldron, like, well, not really a pauldron, just like the little cape thing to signify. And then there's no lieutenant, there's just a squad leader, which is kind of weird. You can use a blackhead as well, like, it doesn't have to specifically be a Lego clone head, it could be just a normal flesh head. That's fine. That's just my requirements. It needs to be majority of the figure. If, like, I believe someone said they only had the helmet, I was like, sorry, that's not enough. Not for this contest, but like I've said to a lot of other people, I will do more mock contests in the future, so don't feel bad if you can't enter this one. The mandatory part / minifigure will change every time. So when the Clone Plays channel reaches 100 subscribers, I'll do another one, and that one will be a mandatory part rather than a figure. Since I'm running into that issue where it turns out a lot of people don't have the figure that I picked. Whereas I have quite a few of this one figure. So I guess I assumed a lot of other people had it as well. I can, if you want, let me know what other commands should I add, chat. Especially Survivalist, since you asked, what other commands should I add? Yes. If you go to Wikipedia and look at Star Wars canon for a clone platoon, it's 41. The 41st is lieutenant, and then there's 4 squads of 10, where then you have 9 privates or whatever you want to call them. There's just the plain white clone troopers, and then it'd be the clone sergeant. Which in the Clone Wars show, the sergeants have like basically the same armor on because they have no markings on them anymore. So it's a little hard to tell who's the sergeant unless it's a specifically named sergeant who has armor colorings or whatever. So yeah, I know what all the commands are. Let me know if you want me to add more. Let me know what you want. Can you use Clone Army Customs? Do you have a Clone Army Customs Clone Sergeant helmet? I guess if you have the green Clone Army Customs helmet, like Phase 1, Clone Army Customs Phase 1 green helmet, that should be fine. You need to tell me which one. Oh yeah, you can definitely use Clone Army Custom weapons. I'm gonna be eventually when I can get some more progress done on my army building projects. All of those troopers are gonna have Clone Army Custom weapons, or more. They're gonna have more accurate weapons than the Lego ones, at least. I feel like that'll make my army stand out a little bit more if they all have army. So even the battle droids, I'm gonna try to get their blaster rather than just giving them the Lego official Lego blaster like I see a lot of other people do with their battle droid or droid armies. Oh, did you look it up? Yeah, so they have the numbers for like squads for clones and stormtroopers and platoons, but beyond that, at least for me, it got a little complicated to figuring out how big like a company was or a battalion and stuff like that, because some of the numbers didn't add up as far as I could tell from when I was trying to do the math on them. This always gives me a hard time, this like, I don't know, this bulge in the mass driver cannon. That's what I'm struggling on right now. Yeah, that's why I said, that's why I mean, like, I tried to do the math as well. Because originally I was going to try to do, like, a company for each clone trooper or whatever I decided. But because the numbers didn't make sense, I dropped it down to a platoon. Because a platoon made more sense. The squad number of having 10 clones in a squad makes sense. Because I believe you see almost 10 clones in the Rookies episode for Domino Squad. I believe you see, because in their Clone Cadet episode, they're not a full squad. They don't have a sergeant, I don't think. So when in the Rookies episode they do, and it's Sergeant O'Niner, I believe is his name. And yeah, 164 does not equal 144. So there's 20 clones, there's 20 clones missing in the number. So that's why the goal for my series, my army building project, is either a platoon or a squad of each clone trooper group. And hopefully a custom, well, not a custom minifigure, but have one figure for every named clone trooper as well. So some clone troopers are going to have more, like Captain Rex. Captain Wolf has multiple different armors that he uses throughout the show, so I'll have some named clones that have more than one figure. But for like the standard clones, like the standard 212th trooper, the standard 501st trooper, a platoon of those. But for like pilots and stuff, only a squad. And like the bomb squad troopers, I don't know if I want to make an actual squad of 10 out of them, because you only ever see 4, but I might make a squad. I'm pretty sure I have enough to make a squad out of them anyway, so. That was a big disappointment in that battle pack, that you got 2 bomb squad troopers and an ARF trooper and a ETH Koth trooper, rather than like getting 2 ARF troopers or 2 ETH Koth troopers and only 1 bomb squad. I would have rather had those other variants rather than have the one that we got, where you got 2 bomb squad, because the bomb squad, not the biggest fan of them. They're literally just normal clones painted with orange. Apparently they were supposed to have specialized armor in the show, but they ran out of time, so then they just gave those clones paint jobs instead of brand new armor. Yeah, that's one of the downsides with Disney buying Star Wars. I feel like a lot of people, though, forget all the upsides. Like, now we have the Mandalorian show from Disney. Rebels was okay. Not the biggest fan of the Rebels cartoon, but it was okay. They definitely should have not have canceled the Clone Wars. They should have just continued it and then done Rebels, but at least we now have Season 7 of the Clone Wars. Yep. That is why I am sticking with platoons and squads. As I tried to do the math. As soon as I got higher than a platoon, the math no longer made sense. So platoons and squads it is. Hopefully on Monday I should be able to show you guys what I'm thinking of doing for my clones, at least, because those ones I've prototyped out so far. So hopefully I'll be able to show you what I'm gonna try to do. Maybe that'll help be able to. I'm hoping then by me showing you guys what it looks like, you guys can help me out with trying to get them all set up and stuff. This is why I don't use Disney canon. At the moment, I'm trying to do my best to use the new canon, but if I can't find something in the new canon, I use the Legends. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that with the Hellfire droid that I was working on because the numbers in both Legends and canon is wrong. Because the height given to the Hellfire droid in both Legends and canon is too tall. If I use the number they have for both timelines or whatever, the Hellfire droid would actually be taller than the OG9 homing spider droid, which is not true. So I had to come up with my own number, and my own number is as close as I think you can get accurately. There are some things in the new Disney canon I really like. I liked it. I like that one story where you have Princess Leia and that one chick with the purple pink hair when they were younger go to what, level 4 of Coruscant. I thought that was a cool story, and actually see what's below, what's in those like super low levels of Coruscant, and to see that Museum of Humanity or whatever it was called. That was kind of cool. There's some other things, but just right now I can't think of what they are. I'm trying to hone in and focus on getting this done, because we've only got we got a half hour left of the stream, unless a bajillion people pop in at the end like they did on Wednesday's stream. I don't think that'll happen today though, so we only have half an hour to get through this. The rest of this ATAP, a Republic gunship, and an ATTE. So I'm gonna try to blitz through the rest of this. The hard part is, at least for this, since it was assembled, is unassembling all this Technic stuff. Sometimes Technic pins can be a little tricky and a little difficult to pull out of the component that they're in. You've been listening to Thrawn? How is that? I've never actually read the Thrawn books. Legends and canon, the Thrawn trilogies. I've also never listened to them. I just know a lot because I've read up on like Wikipedia what happens. That's about it. I've never actually read the stories themselves or listened to them. These two Technic pins are holding up this whole section. If I can get them out, it'll be better. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard, Eric. I've heard that series is awesome, especially with the fact that the author who wrote the original Thrawn trilogy is also writing the new one. Wait, you're telling me you've listened to it, Survivalist? How the heck did you listen to it? Did you just do like a free trial on Audible? How the heck did you listen to it? Or are you just saying that you know that it's awesome from other people? It's getting a little hot in this stream because I'm trying to work so hard on this. I don't know. From all the pictures I saw, the Hellfire droid's supposed to be shorter. So, official canon, Disney canon and Star Wars Legends oh, I messed up. Where'd those go? There's one. Where's the other one? Oh, there's a part in there from before that I messed up on. Not sure. I think I accidentally just threw in another hinge plate in there by accident. But yeah, so Disney canon and Star Wars Legends has the Hellfire droid as 8.5 meters tall, but from all the pictures that I saw, it's supposed to be shorter because the homing spider droid's official height is about 7 meters tall. So from all the pictures and shots in the movie that I saw, the Hellfire droid is shorter. So my Hellfire droid is about 6 meters tall, is what me and another guy came up with. So it's actually the same height as the snail tank droid that I recently made and showcased. Wait, the new Thrawn books are more than just a trilogy? Thought it was just a trilogy. Survivalist. Interesting. Well, that makes it a little bit harder for me to hop into it. There's already 4 books. I might just have to catch up on it through Wikipedia. I like how they designed these feet, though. I like them. Definitely gives a lot of stability and structural support to them for the rest of the build to put its weight on. I don't know, from looking at similar pictures where there's like a B1 battle droid next to it, it looked like the Hellfire droid was 3 times the height. So that'd make it 6. This sounds like the discussion I was having on Wikipedia, because I asked Wikipedia for help on this first, and everyone was like, some people agreed with me that the Hellfire droid is supposed to be shorter, and then some people didn't, but the only person who ended up helping me was someone who agreed with me that it was supposed to be shorter, and he happens to be I don't remember if he's a moderator or an administrator on the website, but he ended up helping me and helped me come up with the 6 meters. Not to say that we're both correct, just saying that's what we came up with. So we could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be about 6 meters tall. And at this point, because of all the designing and stuff, I'm just gonna keep my model at 6. So even if I'm wrong, there's plenty of other people who have made custom Hellfire droids that are minifigure scale that use the wheels from the UCS/Technic Hellfire droid Lego made back in 2002. But just from all the things that I found out about it, those wheels are too big. Unless you are doing the 8 meters. But since I'm doing 6 meters, those are too big. So that's why I had to make custom wheels. But yeah, we are just got a few parts left. We got the top parts of the legs and then the interior of the AT-AT left. So we're making some good progress. I seriously hope to get this done today, though. Star Wars audio comics videos. Okay. Yeah, I've watched a few of that channel's videos in the past. Not recently, though, because most of the stuff they are talking about currently is stuff that I already know. So I haven't watched too many of their videos at the moment. I also liked it when the person who does that channel would do they do an entire series, so they have not 10 or so, but up to 10 videos on a specific series, but then they do they combine them all, so it becomes almost like a mini movie. Those videos by that person I really like. Anyone in chat have any questions for me, either about myself or about the YouTube channel and its history and stuff? Also, if you haven't, please share the stream with your friends and family and people that you know on the internet. That way they can come join and hang out with all of us while we accomplish this mega sort. Oh, yeah, I did make a mistake. Felt like I did, and I was correct. Hopefully I fixed that. This might be a bit hard to undo. Okay, never mind. That was actually super easy. Just had to attack it from a different angle. This song right here that we're listening to kind of sounds like a lullaby. And because of that, I'm not the biggest fan because I don't want to go to sleep right now. I want energy to finish phase 1 today. Hopefully we can blitz through these last 2 sets because they're both in bags, and so they're already pre-disassembled. How do you feel about the Rebels cartoon, Eric? I'm okay with it. I think it's all right. The only thing I don't like about it is the animation style. It's not my favorite. I prefer the Clone Wars animation style, but I think overall the story's okay. I think season 1 is a little slow as well. Like, the story it presents is a little slow. But when they actually are able to finally get off Lothal and go join a bigger rebel presence, I think that's when the story and overall the show picks up. Kind of the same that a lot of people say about the Clone Wars show. Like, a lot of people hate season 1 of the Clone Wars show, but after that, they're like, yeah, then the show started getting better. Season 1 is actually one of my favorites, though. That's probably because season 1 is usually the season I rewatch all the time. And then I kind of get distracted or burnt out from the Clone Wars show after finishing season 1 and like part of season 2 or so. So every time I rewatch the Clone Wars show, I start season 1, so. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that they introduced Maul. I'm glad they brought Maul back from being dead. The man so angry he could not die. I think his character's pretty interesting. I'm a little disappointed they killed off Savage Opress. I thought it'd be cool to see him and Maul as brothers do more stuff in the galaxy, but Maul by himself I think did pretty well. I'm interested to find out if we'll ever find out more about how he ended up losing the Crimson Dawn crime empire that he created after he lost the first one. I'm interested how we will learn how that happened. I know a lot of people aren't the biggest fan of Solo the movie. I liked it. It's not one of my all-time favorite Star Wars movies, but it was a good movie. Good Star Wars movie. It's not on my top priority for a sequel either, though. I think there's some other things that need to be done first, as far as like movies or stuff is concerned. But I think eventually we should either end up with a Solo 2, a sequel movie, or just another movie that kind of explains all the things that we want to know from Solo. But it doesn't have to be a direct sequel, it could be something else. If that makes any sense. Hopefully I'm sounding alright on the stream as well. My head and my mouth is kind of pointed away from the microphone most of the time, so it's off to the right here, next to the bricks container. So hopefully I sound alright. Do you not like the Mandalorian show, Nolark? Did you not like season 7 of the Clone Wars? I haven't given up on Disney Star Wars too much. I did for a little bit. Basically from I was super pissed at I was super mad at Disney for canceling the Clone Wars show. I'm okay that they actually finally finished season 7, but now I just want more. Which was probably their intent. You just pretend the sequels don't exist. I don't know, my biggest problem with the sequels is just the fact, like, George Lucas and his plan for the Star Wars series, like Star Wars Skywalker saga, is it's all about Anakin. Yes, Luke was very important in the original trilogy, but it was all about Anakin. Anakin is not that important, honestly, in the sequels. The only major thing that's happened is apparently, because of what we now know about the Rise of Skywalker, is Palpatine was manipulating Ben through Snoke, who was manipulating Ben to think he was hearing Darth Vader's voice, which kind of didn't make any sense though, because Anakin returned to the light. Darth Vader returned back to the light and became Anakin at the end of Return of the Jedi. So like, I don't quite understand why Ben Solo would think Darth Vader would be talking to him. Because also the Sith can't really do stuff like that. Only Jedi can do that. Only the light side can do that. It so cracks me up, that one part where that one guy in Rise of Skywalker's like, only the Sith knew how to do cloning, or whatever that thing is. And it's like, no, the Sith don't know how to do cloning. It's the Kaminoans. Are the Kaminoans responsible for bringing Palpatine back from the dead? Theory confirmed. I don't know. Just messing. Welcome back, Mike and Ike. How was work, man? Are you still at work? I don't know if I've asked, but what do you do for work? You think Lama Sao is a Sith Lord? That's the Prime Minister, right? I always forget the Kaminoans' names. You're not at work anymore. All right, cool. What are you gonna be up to for the rest of the day then? Now that you've slaved away to make more money. Yeah, and that's the thing too about Season 7 of the Clone Wars, is pretty much everything that we saw was already going to happen anyway. They did change up a few things, which was nice. Like, I actually really enjoy the change in the Bad Batch art. From, instead of seeing like Padme as pinup art on the Bad Batch's ship, to where Anakin has a little secret meeting with her that Captain Rex has to cover him for when Obi-Wan shows up. Also kind of shows more that Obi-Wan knew Padme and Anakin had a relationship. I'm not sure if he knew fully to the extent of how involved they were together, but he definitely knows. Like, he definitely knows throughout the entire Clone Wars that there's something between those two. There's some kind of relationship. Maybe just he didn't know how. Like I said, he doesn't quite know the extent of it until Episode 3, when he's like, in Episode 3 he asked Padme, Anakin's the father. Then it's like, yeah. At some point in Episode 3, Obi-Wan knew. That's true. The Sith are the only ones that know how to clone them. All Kaminoans would be Sith Lords, right? Or at least the ones who do the cloning. I'm interested to see if we'll ever find out what the other projects that the Kaminoans worked on were. Because the Prime Minister does say that the clone army is the finest army they've ever built, which implies they've built other ones in the past. I'm interested to see what other clones were like. I feel like I'm missing a lot just because I went on a little tangent. Personal care attendant? Oh, so do you work... Pardon my ignorance, but do you work like at a hospital then? Mike and Ike? You're gonna try and film a tutorial video? Nice! What type of tutorial video? If I could talk, dang it. What kind of tutorial video? I don't think Anakin knew Sith. I think, if I remember right, I believe Disney has come out and said that C-3PO wasn't 100% like, because Anakin got most of those parts from other protocol droids and stuff. So I think it was just one of those things, because the Skywalker saga happens 1,000 years after the last conflict between the Jedi and the Sith. So the Republic probably dictated it 1,000 years before the film started that no protocol droid at least should help out the Sith and whatever, so they can't speak Sith or read it or say it or whatever it was. You actually booed the movie in the theater? Or did you watch the movie outside the theater? I don't know. As far as like an action movie is concerned, like, because a lot of Star Wars is also very action oriented. Rise of Skywalker has a lot of action, a lot of great action sequences. Palpatine force lightning down the entire Resistance group that came out of hyperspace. That was amazing. I loved that. That was super cool. Now, should Palpatine have come back? No. Should Snoke have died in The Last Jedi? No. Snoke should have been the main villain throughout the whole thing. Should the sequel trilogy been about Anakin? Yes, because it would have made more sense. All 6 movies that predate it were all about Anakin. Why the last 3 don't? I don't quite understand. I don't get why it had to all be about Rey. She's not even a real Skywalker. She just adopted the name at the end. Oh, okay. Nice, Mike and Ike. I've ran into, when I was living in Michigan and Ohio, I ran into a lot of people who were like that. Just different though. They were mainly like nurses that came by because they were helping out an older person. So they were like, I forget what they're called. I don't think, I'm pretty sure you do something else though, but that's the kind of people I ran into that did something similar. Yes. Also, because Anakin made C-3PO out of a bunch of parts, so like those parts could have been super old. So like, it made sense why like C-3PO wouldn't be able. It makes kind of sense why C-3PO wasn't able to like say what he read with the whole like, because if I remember right, they've said some of the parts Anakin used for C-3PO are like hundreds, if not thousands, of years old or whatever. So it makes sense that at some point the Republic was like, yeah, no, protocol droids are banned from speaking Sith or whatever. I feel like I'm missing a lot because I'm talking, but I'm trying to super focus on getting this done. We've only got this part left of the AT-AP, and then we can move on to the next set. Yeah, that's totally fine, Mike and I. You don't need to tell me too much about it, but that's kind of cool. Congrats on being one of those people willing to help other people for a job. I guess technically we all do, but yours is like for reals. So that's awesome of you to do that and to choose that as like a job to do. The world could always use more people like that, especially I guess at this time, doctors and nurses and stuff. Especially during this pandemic time, to try and figure out how to make a vaccine. I think it's still funny that C-3PO was the only one who got his mind wiped at the end of episode 3 and not R2. So R2's just got this super long backlog of all of these, first of all, Republic and like the Republic strategies and whatever, but he's allowed to keep his memory of everything that happened, so he knows that Anakin's Darth Vader and all this stuff, and yeah. Also, C-3PO has his mind wiped a few times. So he has his mind wiped at the end of Revenge of the Sith. He has his mind wiped in the middle of The Rise of Skywalker. His mind, I believe, gets wiped in the Clone Wars show when Cad Bane takes him for information, I think. Then it turns out they should have taken R2 instead, because R2 has all the information. Do we know how old R2 is as a droid? Like, do we know his creation date? I think that's interesting. That's a video I've been thinking about making it as a stop motion, is like how R2 was made, or just in general how R2 units are made, or astromechs. I think that'd be kind of interesting. Just haven't gotten around to it. I don't have that many astromechs, so a lot of them I'm gonna have to wait till I can buy some more, and probably have to make some custom ones for like R1s and R. That's a pet peeve of mine as well, the astromechs. A lot of like R2s, R3s, R4s, R5s, a lot of them all look exactly the same. The only difference is they have a different paint job and they're said to be different, but their outer shell is basically the same as R2. They're all like got the trash can cylinder trash can body, and then the dome for a head, and the 3 wheels. Some of them look different, like I think R5s have a somewhat different head. R1s apparently look way different. Some of the different pictures I've seen for R1s, but yeah, R2's pretty old. That's why I remember. I remember they at least said he's like super old droid. And he knows a ton of information because no one's wiped his mind as far as I'm aware. Not even in the when he gets opened up in that one episode where they go to Skytop Station or whatever that was called. He still has his memory. They didn't wipe it at all. General Grievous just wanted his memory. Then they were going to wipe it, but then he never got it, so. Really, in Legends, he was only creating 33 BBY? I thought he was way older than that. I feel like I missed someone saying something. I don't know, Survivalists. I like the Transformer movies. 4 and 5 are kind of weird just because they're no longer got Shia LaBeouf, and like the continuity kind of crumbled, but they're okay movies. I enjoyed them, mainly because I'm really into Transformers. So seeing them on the big screen was super cool. I swear I dropped the part, but I guess I didn't. Seeing them on the big screen was really cool. I do think it's a little weird that like Optimus Prime was not like a box truck. He was a whatever type of truck. Bumblebee turned into a Mustang instead of an actual bug. And some other things. I'm also super sad they killed Jazz off in the very first movie, because Jazz is a super cool Transformer in Transformer lore. So seeing him just get murdered in the very first movie still makes me sad every time I rewatch it. I've only rewatched it a couple times. Dying pain on growing grass? Okay. Okay, Nolark. What's, besides Star Wars, what are your favorite movies, Nolark? My movie's better. No, my movie's better. And then episode 9 comes in and is like, y'all suck. I'm just gonna do my own thing again. Okay, yeah. That's why that was looking at me. I don't get why we're listening to Christmas music. I'm so sorry, everyone. If you're one of those people who's like, save Christmas music for Christmas time, I'm sorry. I don't know how this snuck into my playlist. I don't know why. Let me actually take a second here and skip this one. Oh. Okay. Apparently Kevin MacLeod had it in one of his playlists that I copied over. Apparently he did a rendition of Jingle Bells. Sorry about that. Now we're listening to some grunge music, I think. I've never heard of Support Your Local Sheriff. What's that one about, besides sheriffs and western stuff? We are 4 months away. Yeah, we're actually kind of... we're closer to Christmas time than we are to... Oh, what's another holiday? What's another, like, super pop... I guess... Never mind. I can't think of another holiday. But yes, Revenge of the Sith is a great movie. It is one of my for Star Wars movie, it's one of my top 3. The other 2 are Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One. Then all the other movies fall under that. Favorite, like, show, episodic show, is definitely the Clone Wars show, then Rebels, and then Resistance. Because Resistance, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get the point of that story. There we go. ATAP is done. Let's move on to the next thing. I really want to get this done today, so I might go longer on the stream. So if you guys have an opportunity, invite more people to come on the stream. Give me more motivation to keep the stream going longer than 2 hours. But I really want to get both of these sets done today. That way we can spend all the time on Monday and future streams on Phase 2. Pardon the loud noise. Hopefully these ones will go by a little bit quicker because they're already disassembled. Are you not from the US, Mike and Ike? Yes, Labor Day is a US holiday. I always just forget when it is. I confuse it with Labor Day. I confuse Labor Day with Memorial Day. Constantly. That's what I meant to say. If you're not from the US, Mike and Ike, that's pretty cool. If you are from the US, that's pretty cool as well. It's cool all in all, no matter what. It's cool just to be alive. Ah, that's a 4. I was hoping that was a 3. If y'all have this set, the 2013 ATT, please remind me which parts have stickers on them so I don't accidentally throw stickered parts into the wrong container. Oh, okay. I think other countries have a Labor Day-like holiday. I just don't think they call it Labor Day. I think they call it something else. It was just the way that you asked that question. It made it sound like you weren't from the US. So I was like, I swear he is, but I'll ask. Well, this might make you a little jealous, Nolark. I technically own, in my parts collection now, I own the 2008 ATTE, and I own 2 of the 2013 ATTs. This is the last one that needs to be parted out, though. Apparently I left a rifle in here. Neat, I guess. I'm not gonna ever be using that rifle, but I guess that's nice. You got it from your uncle? Nice. It's a good set. I like it. If you're only able to get this, I would get it. But I'm gonna use these parts to try and make that the brick vault one, though. I think the brick vault one looks really good, and I think it's more accurate. So I'm gonna try and make that one instead with all these parts. That's what I thought, Survivalists. That's what I thought. But I don't know if I would trust that name from Wikipedia. Wikipedia can sometimes be wrong. It's definitely more correct these days than it was in the past. So teachers can get off their high horse about not using Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is a lot more reliable now than it was in the past, but still gotta be careful sometimes. Still not recommended to use Wikipedia as a source if you're having to write a essay, though. That's for sure. I can't tell if this is easier or harder to organize these already pre-disassembled sets, or the ones that I just had to disassemble on stream. Really? You had a language arts teacher tell you could use it? Oh, to start research, but you couldn't use it as like a source? Is that what you mean? Yeah, that's a good way. Wikipedia can be like the start, and then you click on the sources that Wikipedia is using. When it comes to Star Wars, though, and Wikipedia, though, I typically trust Wikipedia. For everything that I've used Wikipedia for, It's been correct most of the time. Only thing has been that Hellfire droid so far. The only other downside to Wikipedia is there's just not a lot of pictures. So a lot of the things I had to use for references were from Google Images, or I had to pull up the movies on Disney Plus and find scenes. That's cool that you're a metalhead. I will not. I don't consider myself a metalhead, but I do enjoy metal music. I've talked about this before. I enjoy all types of different music. There's just certain types of music I prefer over other ones most of the time. This type of music, like electronic music, I really enjoy. Rock-ish, like alternative rock music, I really enjoy. So it's like rock, but they also sing and stuff like that in their songs. But I enjoy a wide variety of different music genres and stuff. But that's cool. What is your favorite? Who's your favorite metal band then, Mike and Ike? Or what's your favorite metal song? If that's possible for you to say. Alright, I'll have to look up that person. Do they have a YouTube? Nolark? I can look up after the stream is over. Because you've mentioned that before. I'm very curious about what that actually sounds like. Oh, I've never heard of that song or that band. I'll see, if I remember, I'll check them out. Alright. We're at a breaking point, chat. Should we stop the stream here and finish phase 1 on Monday's stream? Or should we go longer, probably for another half hour, and finish phase 1? Which includes finishing what's in front of me right now, which is an ATTE, and then finishing this bag that's over here, which is a gunship. Alright, I'm just waiting to see if other people say they keep going or not. But definitely one vote for keep going from Mike and Ike. What do the rest of you guys in chat say? Okay, one vote for keep going, one vote for ending it. So let's see if we can get one more vote. And that will be... Oh, okay, survivalist, wow. Alright, so one vote for whatever. One vote for keep going and one vote for ending. Can we get one more vote to be the deciding vote? In chat, please. I'm down to do either, so I can't be the deciding vote. I need someone else to be the deciding vote to keep going or end. Oh, you meant to keep going. Okay. I misread your thing. Alright, let's keep going then. That's 2 votes for keep going. To help me out, if you guys want... Okay, that makes more sense. Finish it all this stream. That makes way more sense. To help me out to finish out the stream, tell people to come join the stream and come share in the good times that we're having here. It'd be really cool if we could get the amount of people viewing the stream from 6, where it is right now, to maybe 10 or 15 if we can. That'd be awesome if that could be accomplished. Trying to think if I should like put a a reward if we can get to 10 viewers or 15 viewers, what a reward should be for chat. I'm trying to think. If anyone has a good idea of what a reward could be if we get the stream up to 10 or 15 viewers, let me know. Hopefully a reward that doesn't require money, because I need that money. I need money for other things, but let me know if there's something that I can show you guys that I own or whatever, if we can get the chat up to 10 or 15 viewers. Not that the viewer count doesn't really matter to me, but it'd be really cool since we're gonna continue the stream for longer, and we're gonna finish a milestone today by doing it. If we can get a lot of people here. Complete face reveal. That is a good idea. I think I'm gonna save that though for a subscriber related milestone. Possibly when this channel hits 1,000 subscribers, that's when I'll do like a full face reveal. I really like that you have that self-promotion channel in your Discord, Mike and Ike. That's really cool. Because I've been able to check out some other LEGO Star Wars creators because of that, so I appreciate it. Yeah, and yours, I don't know, yours wasn't like a full face reveal either though. Like it was only half your face. The lighting in the room wasn't that good. Couldn't really see, couldn't make out all the features of your face. But in seriousness, yeah, like even on these podcast episodes that I'm gonna start working on with people, I'm not gonna be showing my face either. I'm gonna try to just have it so every time I'm talking, like, oh, I forgot this has the Death Star plans in it. Heck yeah, I'll definitely be using that in the future. I'm gonna try to either do like a little stop motion post editing, or I guess while editing the podcast footage, and use my little sig fig that I've been using for my like update videos and whatever, or do something else. But my face still won't be shown on those episodes, not for a while at least. I have no idea what this song is, but I really like it. It's energizing. Oh, okay, I must have missed the very beginning of that stream then, because I think for most of it, your face was only half your face was visible to the camera, and I didn't show up at the very beginning on that stream. I was busy doing something. I can't remember what, but yeah. That's what I thought. Coconut has already said that you're doing it for him. Because unfortunately for Coconut, he doesn't know stuff like that. I know he's already in your Discord. He doesn't even have a picture for his profile though. It's just the default Discord face. But whenever that's up and running, I'll definitely come and join it. I technically have a Discord server as well, but I haven't promoted it too much. I promoted it one time, and then like no one said they wanted to join it, so I don't think Coconut really checks his Discord either. So it'll be interesting to see how the server goes. There'll probably be a lot of people talking for him, I think. Yeah, man, that'd be super cool if you did that. Nolark, do you already have an idea of what kind of story you're wanting to tell? If I can talk right. I think he does though, Mike and Ike. He's talked about you. He's mentioned in a few of his streams that you're making one for him. I think, if I remember right. But yeah, I guess I technically do, but I haven't promoted it too much, and when the stream I did promote it, there wasn't a lot of interest in people. A lot of people didn't show interest in joining, so I've just kept it on the down low for now. One of your administrators, Carbon, Mike and I actually helped me out with setting up one. I think I'm not going to promote it too much until the channel gets bigger, because right now my channel is still quite small compared to the rest of you guys. Which is fine. I haven't been posting too many videos and stuff like that. Apparently, I guess my videos just haven't hit that sweet spot on YouTube at the moment yet to where my channel can blow up, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm trying to make sure that my mindset for YouTube is I'm doing this for fun. I'm not too worried about subscribers and stuff like that. I'm just doing this for fun. And an added bonus to that fun is if the channel can grow and stuff like that. But the main focus is I'm just doing this for fun. A couple weeks ago, I kind of forgot that was my point, so I tried to work super hard and kind of lost that focus of just trying to have fun. But I'm trying to get that focus back where it's just fun. If I can, I'll definitely backlog videos and stuff so I can produce a ton of content. Backlog a bunch of shorter videos that are more informational, like my tips and tricks series, which gives me time to work on bigger projects like maybe mocks or stop motions or the Let's Play Together series with the Survivalists or other like bigger projects. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing a lot. Make a 4.5 instead of a part 5. Alright. Sounds like a good idea. I like your the story so far that you've got. I think I missed the first few parts. I think the first one I saw was like part 3, so I need to go back and probably, for me to better understand the story, I need to go back and rewatch the first ones. Yeah, there seemed to be a lot of work that went into that last stop motion, so I think the stop motions, especially when I get up to university, they're going to be kind of short, or at least mostly short. And if they're long, if they're kind of long, it's probably because I'm reusing frames from one shot to do the same thing in a different shot. Yeah, that's why you've probably noticed a lot of my stop motions that I posted don't have any action sequences. Or if it's like that one fire squad animation I did that was a test, like the final test before I... Oh, that reminds me, I need to actually work on one. I had a new fire squad animation that I was going to post, or stop motion I was going to post this week. But while I was cleaning up my computer for more storage, like it wasn't running out, but I just wanted to clean it up a little bit, I accidentally deleted that stop motion. So I have to re-edit it, and it will hopefully be out next Thursday. But that's why, like, that one stop motion I have of Fire Squad when they're like taking out some battle droids, they're not using their blasters, they're just literally running up most of the time, and like the commander of that I guess he'd be the sergeant if it's a squad, but like the commander of that group just runs up and pulls a battle droid by its head and pulls it back, and another one just takes the backpack off of the battle droid and smacks the battle droid in the back of the head with his own backpack. I think in some of them, and this new one this new animation that hasn't gone out yet has a few blaster fires in it, but not too many, so it's overwhelming for me. Because right now I'm not that good at editing, at least in my own opinion, for those. So I'm trying to keep them as simple as possible for the moment. Yeah, that was like the same. That was the first video I saw on your channel. No lark, the same as Mike and Ike. The first thing I saw was the one Republic dude yelling at the clone trooper at what was supposed to be a Wendy's. That was the first, and I love that. That was super funny. What kind of place this is? This is Wendy's, or however it goes. I can't remember how it goes, but or how that line goes. But I thought it was super funny. I appreciated it. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure I watched all. So yeah, that's like the first video, and I think that was like what, part 3 or part 4 of that series or whatever. So I need to go back and watch the rest. Oh, it's Wendy's, not to be confused with Wendy's with a Y, is it? Nice, smooth move. It's just like this one guy I watch on YouTube. He's currently, so he's a Minecraft YouTuber, and he's currently doing a bunch of mini games with the new target block they added. And so his area and his base for all the mini games is called Target, not to be confused with Target. It's Target. I think stuff like that's funny. Just enough different to where it's okay, but you still know where it's coming from. Oh, so it's an acronym. I think stuff like that's funny, where it's like so close to what you think it is, but it's not, so it's different. But you know, you get the reference and stuff like that. That stuff just cracks me up. Oh, I should probably mention this. I don't know if you were here earlier when I said this, Mike and Nike, but so yesterday's gaming stream of Republic Commando did not go very well. But the Survivalists did some testing, did some test streams with me to do some testing, obviously. And we got it to the point where I should actually be able to do a Republic Commando stream tomorrow. Everything is working out so far, so it should not buffer at all. The graphical quality is probably going to not be the greatest, since Republic Commando is an old game from 2005. And I did have a HD mod installed when I tried to stream it yesterday, but I'm afraid if I have that installed, it'll ruin the stream, so I uninstalled that mod. So now it's back to being in its high. Republic Commando is back in its highest graphical quality, which today's standards is not the best, but the stream should look okay and should not buffer, so you guys can actually tell what the heck is happening and not have to wait for a bunch of buffering every like 2 seconds or whatever. Yeah, so the Republic Commando stream is going to be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So basically, when this stream is, I'm only going to go for another half hour, so for me that would be at 5:30 my time. The Republic Commando stream will be a half hour after that tomorrow, if that made any sense. Yeah. For some reason, I accidentally, after Nolark already suggested having it 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, on that first Instagram post, I accidentally wrote 6:30. I don't get why. But then I posted another one that was like, no, I meant 6. Please, everyone come at 6. It was almost a similar situation when I messed up on that one stream, I think. Oh, I heard a noise! What just happened? Please pop up on the screen. Heck yeah! I don't know who subscribed, but whoever it was, thank you. There's your little... I don't know if your name was on the screen, but there's a little animation, there's a little GIF for it. Welcome to the thing. Oh, you subscribed, Mike and Nike? I thought you already were subscribed. Welcome. Welcome to the official clone. I don't know what to call my audience yet. That's why I just keep saying audience or chat or whatever. I don't know what to call you guys yet. What do you want to be called? If you want to be called anything. If you guys want to just keep being called chat, that's fine too. Or like in my videos, you'll probably just hear me call you guys like people who I like say the audience who watches this videos or whatever. Like I don't acknowledge. Like I don't have a name for what to call my viewers, so I just either call you guys viewers or subscribers or whatever. So, lol. But there you go. I'm not sure if your name was on the screen, but thank you for subscribing, Mike and Ike. That puts the green bar up to 65. Goal for the month is to reach 100 subscribers by the end of August. If we can do that, then I'll do another mock contest with a different set of rules. Well, one rule that's different. The mandatory part / minifigure will be different. I'm super excited to see, for those who have entered that the mock contest I am hosting. I'm super excited to see what they do with the minifigure that's required for it. What interesting, how they're gonna use it in an interesting way. That's a long name, Nolark. I don't know if I can remember to say that every time. That's fine. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. It's really cool to see that a lot of different, because a lot of Lego Star Wars creators at the moment are like brand new. Like, didn't you just start your channel only a little bit ago, Nolark? Coconut started his channel only a little bit ago. SW Bricks and Minifigs only started his channel a little bit ago. And I'm glad to see that a lot of you guys are having your channels grow pretty rapidly, honestly. I hope my channel can kind of do the same thing, but like that's kind of why I started going in my little ramble about. But I'm trying to make sure that my I keep my focus of this is just for fun. Like, I'm doing this for funs, and not to get too bogged down about like the analytics or whatever. Now, I'll probably have to take it a little bit more seriously if this channel ever does reach 1,000 subs and the 4,000 watch hours for monetization, but that day is gonna be a while. At least at this rate, which I'm totally fine with. University is gonna probably kick my butt, so I might have to pull back from YouTube anyway and focus on that. That way I can get that stuff done. Nice. Yeah, and Nolark, you started yours pretty soon since it was in October, so. I've been on YouTube since 2012, but I decided I wanted to rebrand myself, so this is technically my newest channel that I've ever done. Welcome to the stream, Titanium J. You're in luck. I technically would have ended about 23 minutes ago. This stream would have ended 23 minutes ago, but chat encouraged me to continue so we can finish phase 1 of my Megasort. This used to be an ATTE from 2013 in this pile, but it's almost done. Once it's fully parted out, there's only one set left for phase 1 that needs to be done, and it is a 2013 Republic gunship. And then the first phase of this Megasort will be done, which is a huge milestone. Can't believe we've actually done it. I didn't think this would actually happen. I'm glad I did this as a streaming series instead of doing it on my own. If I had done this on my own, it never would have gone finished, and I would be super sad. But we are almost done with phase 1. Phase 2 is just taking these categories and sorting them out more. But when I tried to do some phase 2 yesterday, I ran into a problem of I needed more space on this table, but I couldn't make more space on this table because phase 1 wasn't quite done. So I'm super pumped that there's enough people here that said they wanted to see the stream continue for phase 1 to be done, because that means all of my streams after today will be focused, all my Lego streams, I should clarify, will be focused on phase 2 stuff. Because tomorrow night will actually be a gaming stream, and we'll be streaming Republic Commando, and I'm super excited to do that after the failed attempt yesterday, because I got all my settings and stuff fixed for tomorrow's stream. But there we go. Let me catch up on chat, and then we'll start on the last set. But how has your day been, Titanium, looks like you said you're doing well. What have you been up to today? Obviously, you just heard everything that I've been up to today. Let me just take a quick drink, and here is the last set. I'm super pumped for this. I wonder what secrets we're going to find in this, because I keep finding parts I didn't know I left in these bags previously. Alright, there we go. Let's get this bad boy done. Yeah, I need to start working on a channel trailer too. That's also a reason why I haven't made any plans for people to do the podcast episodes with me yet until like a week from now. I just lost my train of thought. I don't know why I said that. But basically, what I meant to say instead of what I said is I won't be posting any of the podcast episodes until like the first 3 are done, because I want to use clips from like the first 3 episodes as a trailer for that series. But you reminded me, and I combined the two in my head by accident. I need to put a channel trailer on my channel anyway, because currently there isn't one. There's a video for returning subscribers to see, but there isn't an actual channel trailer yet. Previously, I just haven't felt there wasn't enough content on my channel for me to set up a like kind of cool trailer for the channel, but starting to get to that point where there's enough diverse content on my channel that I can pull enough clips to put together a decent trailer for my channel with. Maybe. I think it is a good idea to change out channel trailers here and there. Because there's some channels I looked at that their channel trailers from like 8 years ago or whatever, and then you look at what their channel's doing today and it's like way different. So I would say updating your channel trailer is a pretty good idea. I just need to actually make my first one. Well, that's cool, Titanium J. What is your opinion of the Destiny's Bounty? If you don't mind sharing. If you don't want to share because you want to save it for your review, that's fine, but I'm interested. Also, is it the new Destiny Bounty set or is it the old one? Can't remember what you said, because I remember you said what it was in a different stream that I was a part of, but I don't quite remember. I think that's a good idea. That's what I try to do with mine, but mine is just like, there's a link to my YouTube channel in the middle of this outro screen, and then there's the most recommended video, and then like a random video or whatever. So I should probably change out my outro as well. I've been thinking about changing up how my intro looks as well, just a little bit. Because currently it has Minecraft above Lego in my little subtitle, but I haven't even posted a single Minecraft video yet. Not sure if I ever will, so I've been thinking about maybe changing that part. Pretty sure Terraria is going to continue. I'm having a lot of fun with Terraria. Hopefully, in one of the series that I do, I can actually defeat the Moon Lord for the first time. Who's the, for those of you who don't know Terraria, the Moon Lord is like the end game final boss that you fight in that game. And I still haven't fought him. And I've played that game since like 2012, 2011, so. Then again, the Moon Lord wasn't added until like several years ago. But he's been in the game for so long, it's kind of a shame. It's kind of a disappointment I still haven't fought him yet. And won. Well, I guess I should just fight. I haven't even fought and lost to him yet. I just haven't fought him at all. Period. Okay. Yeah, I like the ship. I thought it was a really cool idea when it was first introduced in the Ninjago series. And didn't it also show up in the Ninjago movie? I haven't actually seen the Lego Ninjago movie. Is it good? first of all, and I think one of these days I'll sit down and watch. I swear there it is. There's a printed part. I just couldn't get it on my hand. But I think it's a really cool ship. I also like the fact that they added like the dragons or whatever for each ninja. And I thought it was a cool twist to have Lloyd actually become the Green Ninja. That he's the Green Ninja. When we were first introduced to him, he's just Lord Garmadon's son, and he's kind of a rapscallion and an evil guy. He's a bad guy and gets all the snakes and stuff and causes a bunch of problems, but then he turns good and becomes the Green Ninja. Oh, that is a really cool idea. I like that. That sounds like a lot of effort and time invested that you have to do for that, though. But if you got the time and the effort to do it, I'd say do that. It's pretty cool. I think the problem is most people today on YouTube are trained to click off a video at the when the outro starts to roll. I know I'm starting to become trained like that. Like, I don't typically watch people's outros anymore. As soon as like the main content of the video is over, I click off and go watch someone else's stuff. Or just do something completely different. I have all of my social links in my description and all my videos, and typically in all my live streams, if you can see it. I don't know if you can actually see it on the live streams. Since I typically don't really see that part of the live streams. I don't talk about it too much unless I'm here on the streams, and then sometimes if there's not too much going on in chat, I'll plug it. Like, for those of you who have been in the stream for most of it, you've probably heard me say it at least a couple times to like check out stuff, but besides that, I don't plug my stuff too much. I try to let the description box take care of that for me, but maybe I should mention it some more. Links, yeah, like there's Nightbot just sharing all my links. I think there's one more link I need to add to that. I don't think my Instagram link's in there. But yeah, also the Flickr one I don't use too much anymore because of Instagram. Also because I haven't been building too much. Recently I've just been doing... The only Lego related things I've been doing are this mega sort, so I haven't been building too much. But hopefully that'll change in the future. You mean like when you're in someone else's chat, no lark, or when someone's in your chat and they're like, "Hey, come check out my stuff." When they're self-promoting in your own chat, or when people are self-promoting in someone else's chat that you're a part of, and then you'd be like, "Hey, if they're gonna do it, I might as well do it too." Is that what you mean, or am I misunderstanding again? Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do as well, Mike and I, especially on the Instagram. Because for whatever reason, I don't quite understand why. Like, I have a few ideas, but it seems like the majority of the Lego Star Wars community is on Instagram. So that kind of forced my hand to have to make an account and all that, so I could spread the word about my channel and reach out to more people. Because every time I'd like plug my Twitter, everyone in the Lego Star Wars streams be like, or I just get a dead response in like my videos or streams, because apparently not a lot of Lego Star Wars creators and stuff have a Twitter, but all of y'all seem to have an Instagram. So that forced my hand in having to make one. So now I'm more active on Instagram than Twitter. Before I did that, I was the social media platform I was the most active on was Twitter, because there's a really big Star Wars community on Twitter. So it's kind of like reverse. On Twitter, there's a really large Star Wars community, but not a huge Lego Star Wars community. But on Instagram, there's a huge, what I'll call LSW, short for Lego Star Wars, community on Instagram, and not a huge Star Wars community on Instagram. I just found another blaster. Neat. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but neat, I guess. I'm glad to find more of these Star Wars styled containers, though. Those are always nice. I feel like I'm missing a whole lot. Well, I don't quite do that. I basically use Instagram to promote coming over to my YouTube. Coming over to the YouTube, so the only exclusive stuff that's over there is, like, here on YouTube, you can do those story things, but my phone apparently is not, what's the word? My phone's not able to do that, so I typically do what I would have done as, like, a story post on YouTube. I do those on Instagram. That's why, like, on Instagram, if you are following me on Instagram, which you should if you're here, you might see me post a lot of stuff about, like, asking the community questions. Because I would do that on YouTube if my phone would let me do the story post stuff, but it won't, so I gotta do it on Instagram instead. And because Instagram has majority of the Lego Star Wars community instead of Twitter, so yeah, if Twitter had majority of the Lego Star Wars community, I'd be doing that on Twitter instead, but it doesn't, so we find. Luckily for me, most of the people that I have found, especially for Star Wars, are not super toxic people. They're the people that are, like, actually realistic about their love of Star Wars, and they can understand the other extreme points of view that people have about Star Wars, and they're able to understand where those people are coming from, but also still share that they don't agree with that, but they still are okay with them having that point of view, instead of just devolving into a bunch of yelling at each other on Twitter. So I've been lucky in that regard to find those people who are kind of like in the middle, because that's kind of where I am for most of Star Wars. When it comes to the whole divide between people super loving the sequels and people hating the sequels, and people loving the prequels and people hating the prequels, and people loving Star Wars and people hating Star Wars and all that stuff. I'm more of a in the middle kind of guy when it comes to my love of Star Wars compared to the extremes that extreme opinions people can have. So, but yeah, like I said, apparently most Lego Star Wars people are on Instagram, so that forced me to have to get an Instagram as well. Which is okay, because I seem to be gathering a larger follow on Instagram than Twitter, it seems. And I've had Twitter for longer, so that's interesting to me. It's because Facebook owns Instagram, Mike and Ike. Like, I'm not able to schedule posts on Instagram unless I use the Facebook Creator Studio on my desktop. Otherwise, I have to use my phone to post things on Instagram. But I prefer to have things scheduled out, because, like, I have a typical time of day that I post my videos and stuff. And sometimes, because that time is like 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, but there are some days I'm not awake at that time because I just had a rough night or something. So if I can schedule my posts, that'll help me out when those days happen. If not, then some people might not come see my video because I don't have anything posted on social media being like, come check this out, because I might have a bad night and not be able to sleep, and then have to sleep at 9 a.m. So yeah, so yeah, that's my little rant about Instagram and Facebook and the connection there and scheduling posts and stuff. Yeah, so I have a Facebook page, but the one that's linked to the Instagram is not fully set up because when I made the Instagram, it made a new Facebook page instead of the one I was already using to post my Star Wars stuff on. So I'm in the process of trying to combine those, but I might just completely get rid of the Facebook page because it's pretty dead. No one knows. Honestly, no one knows about it. No one's seen it. I don't promote it too often. So like I don't get any views on it, is what Facebook tells me basically every day. So I might just give up on that and just continue focusing on. I don't think I'll ever make a Reddit thing, but I'll continue. I'm gonna try and continue to do Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. I think that's good enough. If people want to come help me on projects, the best way to do that is through Discord. So we'll see about that, but yeah. Yeah, and that's totally fine too, Titanium J, now that I'm finally getting around to what you said. You don't have to be super, like, if you don't want to be, you don't have to be. This is a nice thing. The only reason I am is just because I feel like it'll help people come find my channel more easily. But if I get to the point where I need a break, I'll take a break and just not do social media stuff. Except YouTube, because I don't really consider YouTube to be social media, but I feel like I might start having to, because it's starting to turn more into like a social media platform than what it used to be. That's the same way I feel for my Discord server, Mike and Ike. Like, I talk about it here and there. Like, this stream has been the most I've talked about it since I first introduced it and invited people to join, because then no one joined it. So I'm gonna wait to start, I guess, plugging it more until my channel gets bigger. Right now, it's only being used for me and the survivalists to do our recording together, and it's gonna be used for when people when I do podcast episodes with people like Nolark here in chat and like Coconut and a few other people. The Discord link I'll be sending you is to that Discord server, and then there's a specific spot in that server that we'll be doing the voice chat in. Yeah. Okay, Nolark. Yeah, like I said, the link I'll be sending you for when we do the podcast episode is going to be a link to that Discord anyway, though. There's not too much happening on there. The only members are me, the survivalist, and I believe Carbon from Mike and Ike's Discord is on. Well, he helped me set it up, so I believe he's been on there. I don't know if he still is, but yeah. All right. Congrats on getting a new phone. And hopefully you'll be able to catch another stream in the future, Titanium. Yeah, that's what I thought, Survivalist, because he helped me set it up and then he took off as well. What I thought happened, but yeah. I think it's interesting that, speaking of Carbon, it's interesting that he plays Valorant, because all I've heard is negative stuff about Valorant. Maybe one of these days I should check out one of his streams and actually see what Valorant's all about. I don't even really understand what that game's about. All I heard was hate on it. So it kind of turned me away from wanting to look into what that game is, but since he plays it a lot, maybe it is a good game. I don't know. What do you guys think, chat? What do you think? Is Valorant a good game? Is it worth looking into? What? What about eating a cat? Oh, okay. Is your cat preventing... Well, I guess you won't be able to respond to this, will you? But is your cat preventing you from typing? I guess you won't be able to answer that, will you? That's funny, though. My family and I currently don't have any pets, so we don't have those problems, but I definitely feel like in the future when I have my own home and stuff, I'll look into having some more pets. I think, because especially if I eventually get around to having my own family, I think they'd want to have a pet of some sort. Because I like pets. The hard part is maintaining the pet. That was a really weird way of saying that, but basically like making sure the pet is all healthy and stuff like that. And it's a time sink, to put it kind of brutally and blunt. And it also takes money from you that you could use in other things. But I think it is definitely a good investment for emotional and mental growth, especially for kids. I guess, I don't know, that was kind of weird. That was kind of a weird rant I went on, but yeah. If he says nothing, that'll be the answer. Yep. I can talk with one hand. I've had to do that sometimes. It's super awkward having to try and type either on a computer or on my mobile phone with one hand. I'm one of the, at least on my mobile phone, I'm one of those people that uses my two thumbs. I gotta use both. I also sometimes use my index fingers. Just sometimes it happens, I don't know why. Look at this chat. I know it's kind of hard because I keep having my hand in front of the pile, but look how small this pile is compared to what it was. We're almost done. I'm super excited. I'm going over than what I thought I was going to anyway. So I thought I was only gonna. When you guys said to keep going, I was only planning for going for another half hour. But this pile is so small, we need to get it done. I just slowed down a little bit there because there's a lot of chat happening. A lot of you guys were typing a lot in chat, so I wanted to make sure I was staying up to date. You don't have to pay to her needs. That's like the ultimate. That's like the best way of having a pet, is the pet is actually someone else's responsibility and you just get to play with the pet. When I was, yeah, I would visit a lot of people a few years ago, and every time they'd have a pet, it's so nice because like the pet would be nice to me and the other visitors when we were visiting people and stuff, and then I had the blessing of not having to worry about actually taking care of that pet's needs. I could just show up for however long we were going to show up for, and then play with the pet, have the pet be nice to me, and then take off and not have to worry about it at all. That was super nice. What is this song? I don't know what this is, but it's interesting. That is possibly why I don't know, I felt like when I first started streaming at this 3 p.m. time, there was like no one really streaming. I think I'm like, at least this is how I feel. I feel like I'm the only Lego Star Wars creator who has a specific time they stream at. And then a lot of the other ones, except for Coconut. Coconut usually has a specific time. A lot of times he's late, so it's later. But like I have a specific kind of like schedule. But then all the bigger ones like M&R and Solid Bricks, they just stream whenever. And for some reason that seems to always land on the same time that I am, so I agree, small streams are more interactive. I've been to one of Solid Bricks streams. I love his content, like his YouTube, and I like him as a person, but man, those streams, that's why, at least that's my goal for my streams, is to be super interactive with chat. So I've been to quite a few streams that the person streaming, the streamer is not interacting with chat at all. And it feels a little, there's like a big disconnect because one of the main reasons I go to the streams is to interact with the streamer. But if the streamer's not interacting, like, it's basically just watching them live, and that's it. Like, it's almost like just watching a YouTube videos of theirs. Which there's some interactability, if that's even a word, on YouTube comments, but not as much as you should be able to get when you're going to a live stream with someone, so. Yeah, that sounds about right. The man is busy. He, what was it? Wednesday stream, he happened to pop on because he was one of those people who showed up. That gave me the motivation to stream longer than normal the last stream, and he's like saying that his new job is making him work 55 to 60 hours a week. So it's understandable that he's late because the man has a job. I currently don't have a job. Well, technically my job is being a full-time student. So I have summer breaks and stuff like that where I don't have like anything going on. And then when school starts up, it gets super rough sometimes. So we'll see how that goes when university starts up. But maybe I might just start adding more music. We'll see. Anyone got any recommendations for songs I can add to the stream playlist that are copyright free? Because I'm trying to save my money for my Lego projects and not having to buy streamer subscriptions for songs and stuff. So if anyone has any good any recommendations for songs to add that are copyright free, let me know. The cat jumped. Right, Mike and Knight. Right. Nice, I guess. Is that a good thing or not? Not sure. Nobody knows but Mike and Knight. But yeah, Survivalists. I don't know. I'll probably just add more songs so that doesn't become a problem where we start hearing the same songs over and over again. I'm one of those people that I can typically listen to the same song multiple times in a row and still be okay, still love that song. It's only if I listen to it for too many times in a row, then I lose my interest in that song. But most of the songs that are on this playlist I haven't heard in actually quite a bit, so I'm okay with if they come on multiple times. I'm okay with that. The funny part is it's probably true. Just kidding. It wasn't me. It was Nolark, I swear. This is you guys make it so you guys are what am I trying to say? This is the reason why I made this into a streaming series, because listening to you guys go back and forth is super funny. Or reading you guys going back and forth is super funny since I can't actually hear what you guys are saying. Maybe one of these days I'll have some guests on the stream. We'll have to see. If people want to, for the podcast episodes, one idea was to actually live stream one of them. We'll have to see. Most people have said no to that, which is understandable because a lot of people are busy. So maybe in the future we'll have a podcast episode that's live streamed. We'll have to see. Depending on what time I want to upload those videos, I might make them premiere videos as well. We'll have to see. You can't prove that. I wore a glove. They've got no fingerprints. They can't identify it was Nolark unless he happens to stay there while the authorities come to investigate. Then that'd just be a boo-boo on on Nolark's part for staying at the scene of the crime. Alright, let's condense this file. Probably. Unless that cat's one of those cats that actually can't land on their feet. You could Survivalist, but I don't have it set up to do that, so that's not gonna happen today. No guests today. Maybe in the future though. Especially if I'm doing a different type of Lego stream. Obviously, I don't know. It'd be kind of hard to have a guest for these Megasort streams because I'm already struggling a little bit to stay on top of chat and finish this sort. So there was someone else talking to me at the same time too. it'd be difficult to actually get progress done. So I definitely will have guests if I'm doing a stream that's a multiplayer game and there's someone else who wants to play the game with me. I think that'd be fun. Would again make it kind of difficult to stay on top of chat and be super interactive, but I think that'd be fun. I'm hoping to maybe pop in on one of my friends' streams. Yeah, maybe. Kind of like Mrs. Coconut does for Coconut. She's a guest that reads the stream. That's kind of what I was thinking. Unfortunately, at least for this channel, the stream is never that big that I've needed a guest to come and read stuff. There's never been that many people talking in chat that I've missed too much. And if I have missed something, I can easily scroll back up and see what it was that I missed. Now, that will probably change in the future if this channel ever grows, or continues to grow, rather, I should say, because it is continuing to grow, which is awesome to see. She jumped off your deck? Oh. The way that I read that, it made it sound like your cat just ran straight into your front door. But do you have like a cat door or something? So then that wouldn't be a big deal. Because the way that I read it, it made it sound like your cat was like a bird that ran into a window. I just understood that you meant that the scary and crazy part is she didn't even limp when she jumped 8 feet. Because I read that as the main part of that story was that she ran into the front door. But now I understand what you mean. Alright. I think we did it. We did it! Heck yeah. I'll just put this one clone torso that I got in the mail today right there. I know you guys can like not even see that, but that's one of the bodies I bought, one of the torsos I bought off of Brinklink to do some prototyping. Like I said, hopefully on Monday I will be able to show my full prototypes for some 212th Phase 1 clone troopers, because Bricklink has said the rest of my orders should be delivered on Monday. Hopefully my Clone Army custom helmets come that day too, but let me just see what you guys are saying in chat and we'll end the stream here pretty soon. Yeah, I've noticed something like that as well, Nolar. But like I said, since I'm just doing this for funds, the whole like growing of the channel isn't too big of a priority. I like seeing this. I like to see this community grow, though. Don't get me wrong, but that's why I'm trying to backlog some videos, especially the Terraria ones, because then I can focus on bigger projects, and then there's always content for people to come see. So maybe you need to do something similar where you have like a small series, or a series where you can produce small videos that are easy for you to like edit together and stuff, and then you can have a decent supply of them. So then like for instance, like every Tuesday you upload a video that's in this same series, and they're short, to the point, like maybe 10 to 15 minutes long videos or less if you want, and then you just have a consistent upload for that same day. That's what I'm trying to do for my Tips and Tricks Terraria series, at least. I should have one go out every Tuesday that's between like 9 to 10 minutes, except for this one that's coming out this Tuesday. It's a special one. It's about surviving your first night in Terraria, so it's a bit longer than my typical Tips and Tricks episode, but yeah. But yeah, and like you said, like you just said there, you're still waiting on parts for your Saluka My Mock, so once your parts are in, you can start doing that, and that can be like a consistent series on your channel until it's done, obviously. Okay. Nice, Mike and Ike. Alright, well, we'll end it right here. So if you have any last minute questions you wanna ask me, or anything you wanna say at the very end of the stream, post it now. Thank you all for joining me on today's stream. I am super excited. I know I sound pretty tired, but that's because I am. But I'm super excited that Phase 1 is finally done. Starting Monday. Monday's stream will start Phase 2. And there'll be there'll be a big difference in how the stream looks on Monday. All these big containers will not be on here. It'll be a bunch of smaller containers. So, yep. Thank you for that compliment, Mike and Ike. I hope the music is helping making it a chill stream and stuff. So far, it's been doing a pretty good job. So, yep. Thank you all for coming, and remember, every clone has its roots in the original. And I'll see you guys for tomorrow night's Republic Commando stream. Bye.